So Seconds Out, delighted to be joined by Long Island light heavyweight Joe Smith Jr. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Feel great.
You've obviously got a big fight coming up. Where are we now? So just under 3 weeks away now against Eleider Alvarez. Just first of all, tell us how the fight came about because initially you weren't in the WBO's four-man tournament. You were just outside the top four, number five in their rankings. So how did it come to you in the precedence?
I I was told to fight Jesse Hart. To beat Jesse Hart, I would get a shot at Alvarez title. But then after I beat Jesse Hart, it turned out it was becoming a four-man tournament. I guess.
And then it was originally going to be Gilberto Ramirez taking that spot. He decided, for whatever reason, not to take it. And then you were
Yeah.
straight back in. I imagine you didn't need to be asked many times because not only did you get the fight you initially wanted, but now there was a pathway to a world title shot as well.
Yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to this. I'm uh, I'm hoping that I was actually hoping the title would be on the line this fight because the other two guys, I don't know when they're going to be fight or how it's going to work out.
Yeah, apparently Salamov and Vlasov are on separate continents at the moment, so no one's really sure when they're going to be brought together because of COVID and the travel restrictions. Does it mean more to you this fight than the other semi? Like if you'd have got one of the other guys, because Eleider Alvarez is a former world champion himself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess in my eyes, he's considered, he was a former champion. The guy,
What did you make of him, both in his performance when he won the title from Kovalev, and then when he lost it back to the same guy? Obviously, didn't get the same opportunities in that rematch.
um, yeah, I mean, he looked great, but the second time, I guess, I don't know, was hungry or something. What that fight was, what happened there.
You've
Overlap.
you've had mixed fortunes yourself. You've obviously always fought, not always fought, but in recent times fought at a very top level. Um, Lost two of your last four. What have you learned from those defeats?
Um, really, to stay focused and make sure I'm 100% training, but every day as hard as I could, and and learning, when to step back a notch, slow training down a little bit, like if you're over. But I definitely learned a lot fighting. The last couple of fights that I had, I learned a lot. With Bivol, Bivol was a great experience, and definitely picked up some pointers from him, and learned that I needed to work on my boxing a little more, and that's what I've been doing.
I think we saw that in the Jesse Hart fight. How important a victory was that for you? Because it came right down to the wire, but you pulled it out at the end. And one of your better wins, you'd have to say, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I believe I had that fight, controlled from the beginning. I believe I won about a round. He may have, took a round here and there, but I believe, I worked on my movement. Movement was very good, and it actually came down to a point where I just didn't respect him as much. So I didn't. The movement and stuff kind of went out the window, and I just went after him.
Do you think they might be wise tactics against someone like Alvarez, who, very good amateur, great pedigree, but someone who tends to like to fight at his own pace?
Yeah, I think with Alvarez, I just got to stay busy, but and don't fall into his game.
Yeah, because he's cunning and he'll set traps, but you could probably unsettle him at the same time.
Yeah, just gotta stay prepared and well aware that he's the right hand and he likes to just throw it out of nowhere.
How much, I mean, all fighters want to win world titles, of course, but how much would it mean to you personally? It's something you've been chasing for most of your life.
I mean, that's the main goal, man. I just want to be successful with that and become a world champion. You know, see where it takes me.
How much does it mean to you that you've got a big fan base, but also people always talking about you? You guarantee excitement in your fights. You're a great TV fighter. You always want to get the win, obviously, but does that give you something as well? Are you proud of that moniker?
Yeah, definitely. I love that people respect what I do and look up to me, and they see that I work hard and I deserve to be world champion, and you know, I'm gonna do that for the fans and for myself.
How much would it mean to your coach as well? Because you've been with him for a very long time.
I mean a lot to him. Like he says it all the time. He only trains one person, and he's never trained another fighter. He picked one guy. He's got me to a title shot twice now. So we'll see what happens. I hope I become that world champion uh, for him.
What do you think it is that sets you apart, makes you so relatable to people across America and overseas?
It's like the average guy, I guess. I mean, uh, I'm easy to get along with. Uh, you know, I'm not arrogant, I'm not a dick to anybody. I'm nice to everyone.
Before you made it to the level in boxing where you are now, what sort of stuff did you do for a living? What was your work?
I was a union laborer for a little while, and pretty much that's what I did. I was did hard labor work, and once I made some money with the boxing, I opened up my own tree business with my father. Me and my father got it going, and so I'm doing that on the side now.
Is that doing well?
Yeah, it's doing all right. My father's he's out there working every day. He's out there right now. He's running the business when I'm not around, so he's keeping everything up and going pretty well, I say.
How important has your father been to you, not just in your boxing career, but generally?
He's been there. He's been a big part of everything. He's always pushed me with the boxing, and he's the one who pretty much got me into boxing. So, you know, definitely a big part of everything. He helped me get to where I am today, I guess.
And do you have your own family now? Have you got a wife or partner? Have you got children?
Um, yeah, I have a daughter. She doesn't. She's with her mother, but I'll be getting soon in March.
Congratulations.
Forward to that. It'll be something.
Yeah, well, it could be a very big year for you, 2021.
Yeah, definitely. Become a world champion end of this year, hopefully, and early next year. And see what happens.
Great stuff. And one of the things you're most notable for, especially in the UK, is beating Bernard Hopkins in the final fight of his career. How important was that to you? Because obviously everyone associates it with him and it being his final fight, but did it mean a lot to you to be the guy who was in the opposite corner on such a night?
Yeah, definitely it meant a lot to me. I mean, that be remembered forever. I stopped the Hall of Famer. No one's ever been able to stop him before. He left not long before me. Kovalev didn't stop him, and then I got the stoppage over him in his final fight. So, pretty big deal.
And you've got the Alvarez fight, as we said, August 22nd. How do you feel about fighting in the bubble and not having any fans present? Because you're a kind of fighter that, from what we've seen, tends to thrive off the emotion of the crowd.
Yeah, I definitely do like to feed off the crowd. It motivates me to be up a little bit, but I'm used to training gym every day by myself, so it's gonna be different. But I gotta remember that there's millions of people watching around the world anyway on ESPN. So just keep telling myself that I'm fine.
Good stuff. And just before we let you go, what message have you got for the fans out there who do relate to you and are really willing you to succeed on the 22nd and going forward?
Just hope you guys enjoy the show. I'm gonna be putting on my the best show I can do for everybody. Want to bring home that world championship. So I'm coming strong.
Great stuff. Well, I really appreciate your time. I look forward to the fight on the 22nd. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And best of luck.
Thank you.
Take care.